What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? We back. We back once again. We three kings in the building. Big Willie Styles, King. Of course, Big A be joining us shortly. Hey man, we gotta get right to it, man. We talking Lions off the top. Had to find a preseason game today, of course, and well, oh man, let's go ahead and address this elephant in the room. This backup quarterback situation. Both of the quarterbacks, of course, Tim Boyle got the start, got yanked as soon as possible. Then David Block came in. He had some good moments, but also was shaky. And King, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and let you take this one on, man, because what we saw today out of the backup quarterback situation, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead and take it on, man.
All bad, bro. It's all bad, man. We were streaming, during the draft in the latter the second day of the draft. And of course, we were one of the few that were not so excited about the pick in the third round of Josh Pascal, obviously having the Kobe Dean and having Malik Willis available during that time. That was the time we saw fit for Malik Willis to get drafted as a possibility for the Detroit Lions, because anyone with a set of eyes would have seen that we needed a backup quarterback. We've seen these guys already. We know they're terrible. And they definitely showed face once again this preseason. Training camp started out, Tim Boyle, horrible. He's been horrible since the very first practice. So the fact that he keeps edging out Blau to go out there and play before him is beyond me for some reason. Like I said, the situation we had an opportunity to address it in this draft, at least partially address the situation, at least go and get some type of young guy to come in here and have a chance to give us something decent. We did not do that, and we're suffering for it right now. Dan Campbell looked pissed after the game when he was taking his microphone off, as he should, because this is a situation that we should have been addressed here in Detroit, several times. Like I said, we haven't had a competent backup since Sean Hill, so it's just, that's the situation right now. And it's not a great situation whatsoever to be in for the Detroit Lions, because if Jared Goff injures a pinky finger, we're done. We are done. Those guys are not even options to be a backup quarterback.
Honestly, yeah, I agree. And that was always been our frustration going into the season, is that, okay, we accepted that Goff was going to be our quarterback, but to not address the backup situation, to put something in place that can change some things around. I hate to bring this up, but this is something like I talked about before the draft, when I made my whole little soliloquy about drafting Malik Willis. Of course, I was saying late in the second, that second pick, they could have got him, but which they didn't. But he, like you said, he fell to the third round. And you mean to tell me, watching him in his preseason, that we couldn't have packages set up for him throughout the season and throughout preseason, that if we get to a goal line, it was several times we was down there at the goal line and had to go for it on fourth down several times, because we got quarterbacks that can't extend the plays, can't make plays. They are not natural playmakers. It was a hard to watch game today from the backup situation. And I know Coach Campbell, he was trying to say, listen, we need somebody to step up. And honestly, to me, it looks like no one did. And it looks like right now we're going with the lesser of two evils, which is David Blau. And of course, I agree, Tim Boyle needs to be cut. There's no need to have those two on the roster.
Like I said, obviously Blau to me is better of the two, but that's not saying anything at all, because he's terrible too. You know what I'm saying?
At least he gives you a chance to extend the play.
Right.
And that's the thing about Blau is like when the play breaks down, when the pressure's on, he can maybe be able to get out, get a few yards. But like you said, that's not saying much.
Right.
It's not saying much. But even with that, there still was some bright sides to this game today. Defense.
Yeah. Tell the two sides of the football today was the game.
Defense kept us in the game because the first 3 drives, particularly for Pittsburgh, ended in field goals, which tells you that, they hunkered down and kept them out of the end zone, which gave the Lions offense some chances. Yeah. So definitely seeing that defense get after it. You see the packages when it was 3rd and long, we had a nice little pass rush package out there. They had Hutchinson, Harris, Bryant, and guys, rushing the passer, which is very, very intriguing to have that package out there, and it's good to have that depth. The linebackers looked pretty well today, in my opinion. They was getting after it. Secondary held some things down to where it allowed that front four to be able to get some sacks today as well. Shout out to Okuda. He looked like he was making some plays today, so it looked like he may be rounding out a little bit. So hopefully this will be that push that he needs going into the season. So definitely defense showed up today. But, of course, if you're defensively, when you're out there so many times, you can only keep the other team from scoring when you're constantly out there, when there's turnovers, of course, fumbles, and, not converting on 4th down. We had several of those today. So offensively, it really did look good. Sewell got a little bit of a lesson today too, from Watt. He had a couple of times where
outquicked him.
He outquicked, so definitely welcome to that side of the ball for Sewell. I'm not sure too many guys ends as good as playing on that side, but now he got a welcome party today. Now there was some pissed off Steeler fans today because of the situation with Watt getting hurt based off the block from Hockenson. That's cut down, come down. Sometimes, when those blocks, it's similar to what happened with the with Thibodeau.
Right.
Same type of thing. Tight end come down, block down, gets down, hits the leg, caused a little bit of a knee injury. So more like it's not, I don't think it was nothing major. He did have a little limp, but of course, precautionary tales, let's take him out. He's done enough. But it was a lot of upset Pittsburgh fans in regards to that particular play. But other than that, like I said, it definitely was a hard watch today, offensive wise.
Yeah, offensive side of the football, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I was very pleased with the defense for what I've seen with the defense. Seeing Harrison and Hutchinson go out there and create pressure, obviously the linebacker core and the secondary, they're going to play much better. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we just didn't have. It was non-existent here for a couple of years, is, having the ability to get in the backfield and put some pressure on a quarterback. So when you leave guys out on the island like that, it makes it a lot tougher. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. Now, there was some bright spots on the offense, and particularly that the running backs. Yeah. Justin Jackson looked amazing. Yeah. Reynolds ran hard. Jefferson, he had a couple good runs, but Justin Jackson looks like it is a good pickup, because every time he touched the ball, it seems like he was either close to breaking it or gaining a lot of yards.
If it ain't the famed Ghost of Judah Tribe of the Chicago toilets, that good Lord. No, but shout out to Judah Tribe, man. Always fun when you come in here talking smack. But your Bears is trash. You better get ready for this season. But you're right, man. Like I said, on the offensive side of the ball, Jackson just moves the ball. When he runs, the ball moves. And that's what you want, you know what I'm saying, especially at your 3rd or 4th running back spot. We don't know if they're going to keep 3 or 4 this year, but if they keep 4, it's going to be tough to not go with a Jackson when he's been proven throughout the preseason. Every time he touches the football, he's productive.
As well as Reynolds as well.
Yeah,
Reynolds showed out to be productive also. So honestly, we might be able to keep 5 because we don't need 3 quarterbacks. We definitely do not need 3 quarterbacks. We can have a backup. And I feel like there's going to be a shakeup. Like we joked about it, and I did post it you know, tweeted it out, you know, that our backup quarterback was actually playing on the other side. But to be honest with you, I would not mind giving him a try. He can't be no worse than what we got. You know, Mason Rudolph.
I'm not bringing Mason Rudolph here. I want somebody else. Go somebody off the waiver wire, or something. Give me somebody. I don't think Mason Rudolph helps. I don't. He may be a little bit better. Better.
He doesn't move the needle.
No, he don't move the needle for me, man. I don't want Rudolph, man. You know, we got to do something though. You know, that's the obvious. But the offense today just could not move, man. We could not move because of the bad quarterback play, and that was a problem today. And you don't want to go into the season with that type of nasty taste in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So with it being the finale, that kind of sucks. But the defense and Aaron Glenn, you know, like I said, Aiden Hutchinson, Harris, Austin Bryant, blocking field goals. Okuda been solid all preseason. Now we've seen content, man. We've seen content where people were bashing Okuda probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, overreacting. This man, he's coming from an Achilles injury. He got to get himself up to game speed. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that over the summer working out and rehabbing. You have to go out there and play. So it's going to take him a minute to get to where he needs to get. And
it's looking like, definitely he's getting his foot up on her. So definitely, you know, keep our fingers crossed. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing, is that we got out of this preseason primarily injury free.
Yeah, that's the whole key, right there.
That's a great key to have. Now we also seen something rare. If you paid attention to the first series, you seen something very rare. Would you guess what that is, there, King?
What, in the first series?
Yes.
No, what was it? Give it to me.
St. Brown dropped the pass.
I mean, but yeah, it was like, man.
He dropped the one. That was one that he's supposed to have and take off, which kind of, with him dropping that, it got it to third down and stymied the drive. But
I think
that's something rare.
I think he's warranted enough to drop a pass.
We'll let him pass on that because he didn't drop none last year. That might be his first pass he dropped.
Speaking of drop passes, drop passes, not good for Pimpleton, man.
Yeah. I mean, he was already on the bubble. You know, when there's an opportunity to make a name for yourself, you got to make it. On that fourth down, Blau, he was able to escape and get that ball out to you. You got to make that. If you're trying to make the team, of course, we all know this is part of the game. You got to put something on film. And with him, he's had multiple opportunities at the end of games to be able to make touchdown, making plays, and he haven't. We didn't see it all preseason. They didn't try to get it to Pimpleton. He's a small receiver, of course. He's fast, of course. But in those opportunities, you got to come down with it. And on that fourth down, he didn't. So in that regards, I don't think he will be one to make the final roster. Unfortunately,
it's not like it's a rare situation with him during his entire training camp. He's been dropping passes, in previous games and practice. Just don't look good for him out there, man. It's over with. I truly do believe that it's over for the young man. It sucks because we was pushing for him, but yeah, you just cannot. This is the whole point of the preseason, is to see these guys when the lights come on. You know what I'm saying? And when the lights are on, if you're not making plays, if you're dropping passes, man, it's not good for you.
It's definitely, and like I said, that's part of the game. Like I said, when you're on that bubble, you have to make yourself known to try to make this team. And unfortunately, I don't see him. And amongst others, going to be interesting to see, what guys is going to be cut. We may see some, more likely we will see some on, the episode of, Hard Knocks, because, of course, they already had to trim some of the roster down already. So definitely we'll be looking to see, what this 53-man roster look like going forward. I'm not down on the offense because, like I said, we was looking at the backup quarterbacks. Right now is in Goff we trust at the moment. But I'm not hard on Goff. To be honest with you, I think he's going to be enough to be able to move some things, in my opinion. He's not going to be the
and independent Aquaman. This comment, man. What are you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate the comments. I want you guys to comment, but come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? This is not the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Passes getting blocked down. Like, come on, these dudes play horrible today. It was a lot more than those couple of passes that got blocked down today.
That's great defense. That's basically
right.
what that was.
It's great defense. But I mean, one or two plays is irrelevant to me. These dudes play horrible the entire game. The entire game in totality, they sucked. We had a donut on the scoreboard the entire game. Why are we talking about some block passes? That's irrelevant right now. That is irrelevant.
And then the one thing to make his comment, you talking about guys complaining about Goff's backups and not complaining about the old linemen. Listen, you got 5 old linemen. If one of them go down, it's a lot easier to, plug another guy in. But when you have a quarterback, it's only 2 people that touch the ball every play. It's your center and your quarterback. So what I don't get how y'all not seeing the point of what they're saying. Listen, Bill Belichick, the great coach that he is, he has his franchise quarterback. But guess what he did in this draft? Because he totally understands depth at a very important position. He went and drafted a quarterback in a draft that was full of quarterbacks that was going to be in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th rounds. Like, we should have grabbed a quarterback.
We should have. It's no way around it. It's just no way around it.
Definitely had an opportunity to do so, especially, I said this, earlier. I hope Malik Willis have a bad season. I pray that he has a bad season, because if he comes in and shows out and do some things throughout this season, I'm gonna be pissed, to be honest with you, because there's no way that skill set that he has that we couldn't use. I said it. I made a whole speech about it. How just his skill set that could be used in the red zone. When we got Swift and guys like Swift and Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown out there, that we could have a package with a Malik Willis in the red zone that can really cause havoc for defenses. Like when we need an edge, like we don't have that edge. Why not? But we stuck with Blau and Boyle, which I believe at this point, I think Boyle will be cut, in my opinion. He should. If he's not, he should be cut. We don't need 3 quarterbacks on this roster, especially with them 2 backups. So if we're keeping those 3, I will be pissed off at the Lions for doing that. They're not making, to me, that's not a legitimate move for this team, that they need to show that we're serious by keeping guys that hasn't stepped up. And them 2 guys haven't really stepped up. I believe we need to cut Boyd, and I still believe we might need to cut both of them if we go into that waiver wire, see what quarterbacks is out there, because the 2 that we got, I don't see them, neither one of them move the needle for me to say, okay, these 2 are solidified. So to be honest with you, both of them guys can be going, in my opinion. If we look around and see if there's some good quality, there's some good quality backup still out there. There's still some guys that haven't been signed yet either that we can bring in. I think we do need to bring another quarterback in, because these 2 is not doing it for me.
Wow. So I'm just reading some of these comments, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Willis is garbage water. Wow.
Yeah. Harrell Williams, if I'm saying that wrong, you said Mac Jones is not a franchise quarterback. You go tell the Patriots that. Mac Jones is there to stay, buddy.
Yeah,
he's there to stay.
And even then, dude,
we talking Pro Bowl and playoffs as a rookie. The Patriots didn't make the playoffs last year. I mean, you might not like how he plays, but he's winning games over there.
Listen, man, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this with you guys real quick. Like I said, we want you guys to comment. We appreciate your feedback, but if you're gonna be emotional about us, telling the truth about what the Lions should have been doing, then I don't think you should comment, because I feel like there's a little bit of friction, because we're telling you that we should have took a quarterback in this draft when we should have. And if you feel some type of way about that, hey, we don't give a damn. Okay, but we're going to tell the truth. And the truth is you had an opportunity to take a Malik Willis in the 3rd round. You had multiple rounds to pick up a quarterback, period. You did not do it, and now you're suffering for it. So that's just what it is. It's the cold, hard facts. We don't care who get mad about it. What the hell ever.
Exactly. And the fact of the matter is that, there was, a quality young guys available that we could have. Like, I understand everybody angst about trying to draft him in the 1st round. He didn't make it. He didn't get drafted. Okay. 2nd round, we had another great pick. That's fine. But in the 3rd round, when a talent like that is available, it's like have y'all not seen him play? Like, have y'all not seen him play with Tennessee? You mean to tell me anything, the stuff that he did, you seen that in Boyle and Blau?
And especially at what we took at the pick.
That we haven't seen?
It's the same.
This is what I don't understand.
It's the general reaction of the Lions fans, Big A. It's just the general and I'm here for it today. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. You can go and follow somebody who's speaking Kool-Aid to you, or you can feel however type of way you will. But it's the truth. It's the truth.
Listen, you're not going to sit up here and tell me Bill Belichick, his quarterback got him to the playoffs, which they did make the playoffs. Kid makes the Pro Bowl. He goes in the next following draft, and he drafts a quarterback because what he understood is what I have behind me is nothing. And this is a draft where you're going to be able to get a bunch of quarterbacks late rounds. He took Blaine Zappi. You know what I'm saying? Because he understands the depth at that position. And if anybody know, we should be looking at him because look how many quarterbacks he's drafted. He was drafting quarterbacks when Tom Brady was over there, building them up and then trading them away because Tom Brady was still doing what he was doing, i.e. Jimmy Garoppolo, i.e. Ryan Mallett, i.e.
Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer came again, went back several times.
Matt Castle, right?
This is
what he understands because, hey, I need to have depth at this position. Okay, if I have a guy and he balling out, guess what? When people see this guy, they still gonna want it because he might not start over here, but we done built this guy up, and now he can go start somewhere else.
Listen. The links is in the comment section. I don't know. We might have to have somebody come in and vent to us and try to maybe persuade us a little bit different, which they probably won't. But we're gonna give y'all an opportunity to come in if y'all want to address what it is that y'all feeling, in regards to the Lions situation. We ain't got to harp too much about the backup quarterback situation, but if you want to, yeah, come on in and let us know what you feel. But honestly, like I said, this is just something that, if we're trying to establish this program, this organization as to wanted to be a winning organization, there got to be some winning moves that need to be made.
That was common sense. Simple and plain. Anybody outside of the Lions organization saw that we needed a backup quarterback. That was common sense. That's easy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this is the stuff that we go through time after time after time. Like, we have an opportunity. Take your opportunity and address the situation. We love what you did with the first 2 picks. Be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Go. You got Aiden Hutchinson. Hey, strike right there. You know what I'm saying? You got J-Mo, who was the best receiver in this draft. Even though he was injured, we all know an ACL injury ain't the same, you know what I'm saying, today in today's time. So being aggressive and going to get him, I'm fine with that. I'll take that one. But when you go to the 3rd round and you have an opportunity to go and get a quarterback, you do it, bro. You do it. I don't care if you take one in the 5th or 6th round. You go get something. Go get something. And that's just that. Like I said, Josh Pascal, we haven't even had an opportunity to see him practice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and trash the kid.
No.
But in that situation, we had a bigger need.
Yep.
We had a bigger need. We needed a backup quarterback, but we also needed one that had a different type of dynamic, like Malik Willis did, which is the ability to use his legs. You have DeAndre Swift, you have TJ Hawkinson, you have J-Mo, you have Chark, you have all of these guys. Amon-Ra St. Brown on this offense. You bring in a dynamic guy like that and groom him while Jared Goff is here. Take his time and groom him. You put yourself in a better situation. That's just the way I see it.
I mean, you gotta look at other teams, right? Like, think about San Francisco, right? What if they wasn't thinking about the future, right? They never draft Trey Lance, and now they still stuck with Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at Green Bay. You know, they got Love just sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying?
I see you, girl.
You know, we got to start playing chess and stop playing checkers. We only thinking one move ahead, man. Like, to me, you're not going to sit up here and say we couldn't have went and got a Carson Strong and they do better than what Blau and what's called is doing. You know, this was the draft where you didn't have to spend too much on getting the backup quarterback. You could have got a guy that could have sat behind Goff, and I mean, let's be real. But I mean, as a staff, if you can't be real with Goff to say, hey, bro, you on that you went up the hill, you on that, you coming down, bro. You know, as simple as that. Like, I ain't saying you're gonna be gone in year 1 or 2, but hey, 3. I gotta have somebody that's been in this system a couple of years that's gonna really threaten you, because that's gonna bring the best out of you. The guys that are sitting behind him, he ain't threatening.
Exactly.
At all.
So, look at Tennessee. Look at Tennessee. Tannehill. We done gave you chance after chance. We gonna have to. You got somebody behind you now.
So hopefully, I'm just hoping that after this performance, we'll see some type of shakeup in the backup quarterback situation. But I think we talked about it enough. You know, we just going to hope and pray that, you know, Goff stays healthy, in which Goff, you know, gives us a great chance. Like I said, we got a great offensive line. They had a battle today. You know, it was shaky a little bit, but I think they'll be ready for the season. So, I think he wasn't to address MK with Field was missed. I don't think he was a fit for Chicago. Chicago don't have no wide receiver weapons, and the offensive line is in trouble.
Chicago they made the cardinal mistake, and it's something that I've been explaining to y'all. They went and got the quarterback first. You know what I'm saying? Instead of preparing a way to bring in the quarterback, they went and got him first. Now he has nothing there. So he's in a bad situation over there. I would have liked to see them build a roster first and then go and get a quarterback.
I agree. And the fact of the matter is that, you know, they tried to make up for the Trubisky fiasco, in which I don't understand, because they wasn't even building when Trubisky was there. And then you didn't build when he was there. You let him go and you move up to get Fields.
You can't really say that they had everything. It was just Trubisky was supposed to be that next piece, because you had the receiver, you had a running game, you had the defense, you had an offensive line. But I think where they went wrong at, okay, I see you like, okay, we got our guy right here. But even in this draft, they didn't go get no linemen. So when are you going to go get linemen?
That's what I'm saying. You should have been building from the trenches first, then you go and get a receiver or two, then you go and get your guy.
And that's the main reason why, you know, I wasn't too concerned in regards to the quarterback situation, particularly with Goff, because of what we got built up front. You know, and that's why, you know, I'm optimistic about the Lions, even with Goff, because of what we got. And now it looks like we added that, you know, that depth at the receiver and the running backs, as well as the tight end. So offensively, I think we got a chance with that offensive line. We definitely got a great chance going into the season. I'm still keeping even after this game, I'm still keeping my prediction of 10-6, 10-7, or 10-7.
Yeah,
was my prediction. I'm gonna stick with it. I ain't gonna falter. I'm sticking with the 10-7.
I'm still going with no injuries. I'm still going first round of playoffs. Wow.
First round play. Okay,
yeah, that's where I'm going.
All right. What about you, Ken? You wavering? Is you wavering?
The only way I'm giving you 10 is if we stay healthy. Period.
Stay healthy.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If we don't stay healthy, man.
I mean,
I give us that anywhere between 7 and 10 is where I'm at.
7. I mean, is it who stays healthy? Should we say?
It's like what I'm saying. If our perennial players, man, if our studs can stay healthy, somewhat healthy, then I think we have a chance. That offense is very powerful. And it's going to be potent this year. But from what we've been seeing from the defense, it looked like we're going to be able to provide some pressure this year. So I can give you that. But we just got to be at least decently healthy this year.
Agreed. So I think we talked in little enough Lions for the moment. I think it's, we can switch it up a little bit. We had a little special something we want to show y'all real quick while we switch it over to the next topic about these Pistons briefly. So, you're saying let's go ahead and switch it up. King, go ahead, drop it. Tommy, of course, he always come through with the clutch with the merch, man. And the fact that they went ahead and did this with the Pistons, man, it's going to be amazing.
It means grit. It means strength. It means we've been through the mud, and it took us a lot to overcome, and we'll continue to overcome.
I've been screaming that for years. It comes from our soul. We Pistons fans, Lions fans. We've been through some things here in the city. So to have a collaboration like this, it speaks a lot to what the Detroit Pistons are trying to do.
It's fresh. I love it. It is Detroit versus everybody.
You could tell when somebody from Detroit by the way we walk, talk, just everything, the way we dress. We've been Detroit versus everybody for a long time. To see the Pistons embrace it, it makes it that much better. Anytime that you can collaborate two great brands like the Pistons and DVE, it's a match made in heaven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was during the pop-up. Of course, they had to make sure they interviewed the star of the whole event, Big Willie Styles. And,
God, please.
And then they felt sorry for King, so they're like, we'll go ahead and say something too. But definitely shout out to Detroit versus everybody and the Detroit Pistons for that event. Thank you for, giving us our flowers, allow us to speak and represent for the city, because that's what we do. We represent for the city for sure.
Right.
That was a great event, just, getting ready for the season. Of course, so not too much, have been going on. We still waiting on the Rico Hines, right? Right, King?
Man, this Rico Hines situation is giving me gray hair, man. Like, come on, bro. Why are you thirsting us out like this? Saying you keep showing us Pascal, Siakam. I know Rico Hines is a part of the Raptors coaching staff. We get it. I've seen Van Vliet. I've seen all of these guys. Bro, you had Steph Curry in the building with Trae Young, with Cade Cunningham, with Jaden Ivey, and you ain't give us no clips? What are we doing here?
That ain't coming out, man.
Man, they keeping that confidential. Like, what happened? Like, did Corey Joseph cross somebody up and dunk on him?
Hey,
he was there.
Yeah, he was. My guy, that's my guy. Yeah, definitely, we definitely want to see that, man. Also, there's been a lot of videos circulating of these guys working out in the gym, and a lot of guys get excited about it. But for me, I just gotta say, listen, can we calm down? There's nobody in the gym with them.
Don't give us that cliche, Willie, because this is a different situation.
I'm just saying, like, seeing guys go ahead and do the 1-2 dribble, behind the garbage can.
We got 20 to 23-year-olds on this team. So summer is important for them to play with the veterans.
I'm talking about by themselves. I ain't talking about with the veterans. I'm talking about by themselves. Folks out there, you see him in the gym? He crossed over a garbage can, man. It's part of his regimen. Come on, y'all.
Ain't nobody out there like that.
Y'all enthusiasm, man. You see him step back? There wasn't nobody around him. Calm down. But yeah, definitely still looking forward to the season upcoming, of course, with these Detroit Pistons, man. It's intriguing to see what these young guys are going to do. Seeing them down there, the whole team, it seems like they're that core of guys looks like they're traveling everywhere together, and hopefully that transition over to the season, we get a good look this preseason. Hopefully, keep our fingers crossed, knock on wood, and everything injury free, of course. And we're just hoping for the best. Now, I'm going to let you say something, Big A, before we address this other little situation going on.
No, I'm ready to go into that situation. That's what I'm waiting on.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Of course, everybody know the situation that happened with Chet Holmgren with the Liz Frank injury out for the season.
Off a simple play. LeBron just bully balled him and Liz Frank.
Can I take the floor, please?
No, but go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
This is what I want to say, right? To all these Detroit medias, y'all want to go and say, "Oh, we shouldn't be gloating and this and this and this and that."
You shouldn't be.
But it ain't nothing wrong with saying "I told you so," and I'm glad it ain't happening to the Detroit Pistons. I am very well in my rights to be able to say that I told you so. That's why I didn't want to hear, and I'm glad it's not the Detroit Pistons. That's why
we just put the forewarning out there.
It's okay for me to say that as a Detroit Pistons fan. It's okay for me to say that as a guy who didn't want Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren was not even in my top 3 prospects. I didn't want him because of his body frame. He doesn't put no work in the gym, and it's proven when he just got a little love tap from LeBron James. And another thing, let's not act like he didn't want to give his medical records to some teams. And that tells me it was something already going on.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a situation, and I don't know why people feel like people are gloating. No, they just didn't want him on his team for precautionary reasons. His weight. This is the NBA. These are grown men. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is the grownest of grown men. And he simply just bully balled them, and you got a Liz Frank injury out of that. We seen that coming. So when we putting that out there, we not hating on the player, or it's not just because we don't like the player. We saying, hey man, pay attention. This dude, when you watching him in college basketball games, when he playing against somebody with some strength, some true strength and some size, he's having a couple of problems out there. Ask Jalen Duren what he did to Chet. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't watch collegiate basketball, what are you even talking about? Because it's no way that you watch collegiate basketball and didn't have that thought in the back of your head, like, man, when he get to the league, it's gonna be some trouble. It's gonna be trouble, and that's all we were saying. We know he's talented, but what should Chet been doing during this offseason? Not in some gyms, trying to play some pickup games. You should have been in the gym, put some weight on, and some muscle. That's where he should have been working on his body. You got the game.
Now we also got to talk about that too. We also got to address it too, because that looked like that might be something that's going to be addressed soon.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, it looked like
these young guys playing in these summer league games in these gyms with him getting hurt.
Chet's situation says nothing to any of the other guys, period. I don't even know why that even came up. Chet is 102 pounds wet. These other guys are not underweight like him. You know what I'm saying? So with them playing in gyms, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. I'm not going to say look at what happened to Chet. What happened with Chet is something that a lot of people had questions about. His frame was the reason why that happened. Period. So with these other guys in the gym working out every day, you got to play. You got to hoop. You got to play.
But to be devil's advocate, injuries happen. I mean, we done lost several big dudes out there to injuries. And he didn't play his first couple of seasons. You lost the other fella that's out there. What's his name? That wanted out of Philly and went to Brooklyn. Didn't want to play for Brooklyn. Who can't shoot. He lost his rookie season as well. Ben Simmons. Those are big guys too. So to be devil's advocate, I would say injuries happen. But I will say, okay, yeah, everybody was worried about did happen. He got injured. He's out for the season. That's what was worried. But it still doesn't. You still can't not take a risk on that guy. Because of the talent that he has. It was going to be risk. It's going to be a risk reward.
You breaking up,
Big Willie.
So listen, like I said, with this situation, I mean, come on, bro. It's just like, hey, man, this guy, you got some type of a ghost medical report going on where you don't want people to find out about what's going on with your foot already. And then you turn around and you got a Liz Frank injury. That ain't looking good, bro.
Something that's very rare when it comes to basketball players. Very rare.
Yeah.
And what people got to understand, that part of the foot where he got hurt, it has to do with the stability. This is not an easy injury to come off of.
No, it's not. Especially at his height and size.
Yeah, you talking about a guy who ain't, you can tell he don't be hitting no weights and nothing like that. Look at his body. Like, let's be real.
Dude literally just eats candy probably all day, like a big kid. Because you ain't eating no steak and potatoes, I'll tell you that.
Like people, do you remember, King, when people thought I was crazy when I said, because, you know, I'm looking at the Pistons, I didn't think they were going to go guard. I'm like, my top guys I was going Jabari, then Banchero, and then it was Jalen Duran. You know, because I didn't think they was going to go guard. You know what I'm saying? But everybody like, how you don't have Chet? Because, listen, man, you got to understand, man, when you look at guys like that, dude, you don't just go and say, oh, now I'm going to get in the gym. Nah, man, he ain't his type of frame, he ain't putting no weight on, man.
And you know, we got Pistons fans already, you know, ready to sell this entire season to go and get Victor. You know what I'm saying? Victor is a name that's starting to...
But like you said, like with that frame, a lot of guys are not built to add on weight right away. You know, he's still a young guy. He's only 19 barely. So, you know, you can say the same situation, you know, with a guy with weight, like it's
a difference between it's a difference between Kevin Garnett and Anthony Davis compared to Chet. Chet's frame doesn't even look like he's even capable of becoming a
Kevin Durant looked the same way coming out. He looked the same way.
Kevin Durant. He ain't even close to Kevin Durant.
He don't even play.
But we ain't talking about play. We're talking about size. You know what I'm saying? As far as being that frail guy, it's like that's always going to be a question in the league when guys come in as frail.
Kevin Durant play on the box?
I'm just saying. I'm not talking about players.
Kevin Durant play in the paint.
But you can say the same. Hold on. You can say the same.
It's a lot easier when you at the top of the key shooting threes.
That's a fact.
Okay, but you can say the same about Zion Williamson, the biggest guy out there. He still got hurt. So what you're saying about a frail guy, you can say about the big guy as well.
But
you can say the same thing about him.
You saying it like it happens. The situation with Zion Williamson is idiotic to me too.
In the gym. We said the same thing.
The same thing. Zion is overweight.
But it ain't all about just not being in the gym. A lot of these guys is already in the gym, and they're still getting hurt.
Why did Zion?
So we just can't say because
why did Zion have knee issues, Willie?
He had issues at Duke.
How about this?
Why was that?
Hey, King, how about this? Why does Zion have a weight clause in his contract, Big Willie?
But that's what I'm saying. But no, y'all proving my point because y'all going from one extreme to the next, and that's what I'm saying. Whether they're frail or whether they're heavy, it's always going to be a risk for injury.
You should be in shape.
You should be in shape.
Whether you frail or heavy, you're still out of line if you heavy or if you frail.
Listen,
so him being just because Chet is skinny, that don't mean you in shape. You need. But hold on, understand. We're talking about 18-year-old guys, 18, 19-year-old guys, and y'all talking about they need to be who've been playing in leagues their whole lives. Their whole lives they've been playing. Now you're saying they're not in shape, that they're not ready to play, that their bodies is not right.
That's also a knock. To me, that's also a knock on you. You've been playing basketball your whole life. Nobody that's been working with you or training you or nobody said, hey, you might want to put some pounds on because when you go to the league, they're gonna fuck you up.
But you don't think that he's only 18, 19 years old. You don't think that's going to come? Guys don't get their weight until we already know when you come out of high school. Wait.
I've ever heard in my life. We all walked in the motherfucking league looking like Ben Wallace already.
And how many years did Isaiah Stewart play in college? How many years did he play? He played, so he got time to build up. The guy only played 1 year coming out of high school. You got to give him. These guys are 18. Ain't nobody's gonna come rocked up coming out of high school every time. We can't expect 18, 19 guys to build up. Giannis was skinny as hell coming out the league too, but he built up. It's going to take certain guys time. Not everybody's going to come in and be able to get yoked up. Their bodies is not adjusted to that type of frame. And you see that happening right now with Anthony Davis.
Giannis' frame is not Chet Holmgren's frame when he came in the league. Giannis was skinny at his size. He wasn't even as tall as he was when he came in the league.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he got time to build up.
When you look at Chet, the man almost looked anorexic, bro.
Yep.
Period. It's not no skinny kid. Like,
but
this looks like a problem. Like, this dude is too skinny.
There's no way Jaden Ivey should weigh more than Chet Holmgren, and Chet Holmgren is 7'1", bro.
Think about that.
He's 7'1".
Listen,
height alone, Chet Holmgren should be weighing more than Jaden Ivey.
You can't fault a guy because of how they're built. That's him. Like, he's not gonna be a naturally big guy. Some guys, they can't put on weight right away. We got a guy that's a sniper in the league, Kevin Durant. They said the same thing about him. Same thing about him.
You listen. You doing a lot of fussing about a situation where we don't care nothing about none of these other players. We're talking about our Detroit Pistons and why we didn't want him here and what is currently in the situation right now. I don't care about Anthony Davis. I don't care about anybody else in the past. I don't care about Zion's fat ass. We're talking about Chet and why we didn't want the Pistons to go and get him. And we just saw a result off of the most basic bump. This man get a Liz Frank injury.
And which I personally say, and I'm going to keep saying, he already has something going on. Because one thing about it, and this is the thing, once you get in that league, you can't hide no medical records.
Like I said, and it is what it is. It is what it is, man.
It is what it is. But, we're going to have some more talk in regards to that matter, as well as more Pistons talk going forward. But it's been a kind of light week for Pistons, so I think, we might need to go ahead and let you guys got any more input to go on.
Before we move on, man, like I say, prayers and a speedy recovery to this guy. I don't want y'all to think, he's hurt, or whatever the case is. No, I'm not saying that. But like I said, I don't feel like I'm gloating or anything like that when I say, see, that's why I didn't want the Pistons to draft me. And I feel like I'm in every right and everything to say that.
Yeah. And first of all, shout out to Banks and thanks for the donation, man. We do see you guys' comments. We're trying to get this topic out of the way and read these comments at the same time, man. Question for y'all. Do y'all think that both being the face of the Pistons, we didn't get the draft? Listen, the thing with Victor, man, bro, I don't know in what way I got to say this. The Pistons are done with the tanking thing. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Victor is not, he's out of the question. You know what I'm saying? He's not even a question. The schedule, the schedule is a schedule. You got tough parts, you got easier parts. Fine. I think this team is definitely going to come together and win enough games where we don't get an opportunity out of Victor. So, with the Victor situation, I just I don't see it realistically even being an option for the Detroit Pistons. That's me personally.
Victor going to the Knicks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the Knicks do.
Yeah, that's over with for us, y'all. Them years of that tanking and all that's over with for the Pistons. Pistons ain't like we ain't looking to do nothing like that.
And like I say, I'm gonna say this.
You ain't gonna say nothing
again. You're breaking up again, brother. You got to get yourself together.
We ain't heard nothing you said because
you broke out. You went out.
I said,
speedy
recovery for Chet.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's time to move. It's time to move. It's time to move on, man. It's time to move on. We got some. we got some quarterback stuff we got to talk about with Michigan now. So we got to get to it.
Sure, we can get to it because you lost, but we gonna get to it. All right, man. So switching this thing up to Michigan, we got a quarterback situation. The reports came out with the Michigan Wolverines that we will see Mr. McNamara week 1, and then we will also see Mr. McCarthy in week 2 versus Hawaii. So that's interesting. What you think about that situation, Big A?
I like it, King. I like it because it's saying, hey, we know we got a soft schedule. It's saying, hey, okay, K, yes, you were the Big Ten returning championship, but we're not going to act like J.J. McCarthy didn't play parts in some of those wins. I love it. Hey, you're going to start week 1. He's starting week 2. Do your thing. There we go. I like it.
I like it too, man.
Because they both get an opportunity to play with both of the ones on the starting O and the ones on the starting D. I love it, dude. I love it. Competition at its best.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's. I just wanted to see these guys, what I'm saying, go out. I wanted to see JJ more than anything. What I'm saying? I want to see JJ go out there and be able to control the entire game.
Exactly.
And see what we got. What I'm saying? So to do it right away at the beginning of the season, I love it 100%. I wish JJ was playing in the game that we getting ready to go to.
I know, man. he probably still get in there, you know what I'm saying? But to people that's come out like it's dumb, like how is it dumb, man? Like let's be honest, talent alone, man. Us on this thing right here can go play quarterback for Michigan and we gonna beat Colorado State or Hawaii. Like
right.
This is really like the preseason for these guys, and like I said, it's an opportunity because we haven't seen JJ start a game and run that thing with the ones on offense and on defense. So to me, listen, it's like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean that's just obvious. I mean, if it's any other time to do it, it's now. You know what I'm saying? You want to do this obviously before you start getting into that Big Ten stretch.
Listen, this right here, we talking Appalachian State, right? This is what happened. If you really watch that game from start to finish, Michigan allowed them to hang around the game, and then at the end of the game, what happened. But Colorado State, I don't know if you ever seen Colorado State play. I don't know if you've seen Hawaii play. Our twos can beat this team. We talking about guys who do this thing professionally, that analyze these games from top to bottom. There's no way. It's not going to happen. That happens, I'll give you my dang on 401k.
Appreciate you for stopping by, Flavor. Thanks for the donation.
I'll take that 401k.
No, I was answering the question with John because he was saying it's the dumbest thing to do with the whole K. McNamara and J.J. McCarthy. Then he was saying we can't just talk about wins. You remember Appalachian State. And I'm saying with the talent level we got from top to bottom, that it should be no problem. And we talk about two quarterbacks that's been in the system 3 years. This is JJ's second year. Come on, man.
Right. And like you said, it's the level of talent that we have in regards to what they can operate with. And understand, listen, this is Colorado State, Hawaii. This is not Appalachian State. There's not a worry in that. This is more like what we're seeing out of the Lions right now is trying to figure out what quarterback is going to be, because we could count these two games as preseason games because there's really shouldn't be no issue. And if there does show to be issues, then that means the other person needs to be quarterback. So the pressure is going to be on both guys to perform at their highest levels. So that's actually a good thing for them. It's like you got two starting quarterbacks that is competing right now for that starting role. So they can't afford to mess up. They can't afford to get stagnated because if they do, they know that pressure is on them. So for me, it's not the norm. It's not the traditional way that everybody wants it to be. It's a great thing. It's a great thing in my opinion. I like it.
Let's be real. Like, for people to say, oh, this is out of the norm and this and that. Have you not paid attention to Michigan since Harbaugh's been here? Have you not paid attention to the 49ers when Harbaugh was there? Have you not paid attention to Stafford, the coach? Like, he's most definitely always outside of the norm. And I don't see no problem with this. Go get it. You say you the number one? Let's see.
Yeah. And, with that said, I want to take the opportunity and let you guys know that we will be at the big house for the Colorado.
Yes, indeed.
Big A will be in town. He will be here in Michigan, man, and we'll be going to the game. And W3Kingz will be covering everything for you guys to give you guys that content, man. It should be a blast. So if any of you guys plan on going to that game, just let us know, man. We'll meet up with you, and we'll have some special things to pass out because we're going to be passing out some exclusive items during that time, man. It's going to be a great day. We're in a great spot right now. We have some great weather here in Michigan, so we'll be able to get a great experience, a lot of tailgating and stuff going on during that time. So we're going to try to put y'all in on everything. So if you're not following us on Instagram and Twitter, you better do that, man, because we're going to be dropping a lot of pictures and posts, and we're going to be doing some live streaming. So make sure you're following us on those outlets.
Hey, listen, man, like King said, man, we going to be in the building. Listen, we got an autographed Aiden Hutchinson rookie card. We giving it away. Giving it away. Charles Woodson rookie card. David Ajabo, Daxton Hill, autographs. We're going to be in the building. Shout
out to Dax, man. Shout out to Dax. That boy doing his thing over there. That boy doing this thing over there. That's my guy, you know what I'm saying? Dax is my dog. So,
King, I might have one of them coming your way, when I get off the plane, you know what I'm saying? Listen,
that's my dog, man.
Listen, man, we're going to be in the building, man, and then we're going to also have a vlog that we're going to be dropping on the channels, on the W3Kingz channel and also on King's channel. So we're going to do it from start to finish, from us meeting up, us hitting the road, us in the parking lot, kicking it with people, to the game, after the game, because we're also going to be hanging around Ann Arbor after the game, talking to people, just everything. Man, you see us, come up to us, man, holler at us. We want to take pictures with everybody. We're going to post everything to our sites. Like, we just want to have a good time. And then we also putting in a GoFundMe for internet. We're trying to get Big Willie Styles off the Boost Mobile internet. So we're also going to be starting a GoFundMe page. So please donate 2 cents every time you in there. You know what I'm saying? Because if we get 100 people to pay 2 cents, it got to be better than the internet service that he has.
Anything helps.
You can help this poor young man.
Oh man, listen, I had to make sure I paid my Xfinity bill. I had to look like, what is going on? Did they slow me down? Because you ain't paid this month. I'm like, no, I'm good. But yeah, I definitely look forward to being down there at the big house. So shout out to you guys. If y'all gonna be there, let us know. Because we want to kick it with y'all, man. It's definitely gonna be a fun event. We're gonna be doing some things, all week while Big A is in town. So we could probably be going live several times so y'all could see what we're doing. If we out and about, man, we're gonna go live. Yeah, if y'all want to holler at us, hey, listen, we're more than welcome to have you guys come on with us for sure.
Yeah. So this last segment of the show, we're gonna take some questions from you guys, whether it's Lions, Michigan, Pistons, whatever it may have. You put it in the comment section, and we'll take some questions for you guys. And
also if you, like I said, we got the link in the in the comment section. So if you guys want to jump in, give y'all a little pin. If y'all got something y'all want to get off your chest to the Kings, please let us know. But we also got a little something else we want to make sure we recognize as well. Of course, me and King this past Saturday, we was down at the Culture Store, and Definitely was the back to school event that we had going on at the Culture Store. It was a great turnout. You know, it was a great turnout. You know, a lot of people showed up. Food was going quick. The supplies was going quick. We also had one of our guys also giving out haircuts as well during that time. So we definitely was glad that, you know, that event went, you know, according to plan. They had a lot of fun and enjoying, you know, the people. And it's awesome to also be able to contribute to families and, you know, the kids while they go back to school as well. So definitely shout out to our sponsor, Culture Detroit, for putting that on for us.
Also, 21 Century Salon. Once again, we did have one of our brothers giving out free haircuts to the children during that time. So when you guys get a chance, check out Fashion Avenue, man, between 7 Mile and 8 Mile on Illinois. You know, look for Culture Detroit, look for 21 Century Salon, man, and go and get yourself a haircut, line up, whatever it may be. But yeah, show support, man. So we had a good time, man. You know, like I said, they had gaming trucks. They were doing some giveaways. Of course, the backpacks and the school supplies. They were giving away some gear. It was a lot of activity. It was a great thing to see, especially Fashion Avenue being revived the way that it is. A lot of those restaurants opening over there, a lot of stores and things like that, bringing that area back to where it used to be a long, long time ago. So you love to see it whenever you get a chance. Support local business, man.
Indeed. So you said this is question time, right, King?
Yeah.
So I wanted to put that one. Let me put this one back up there about this K stat line. What you got with the K stat line this year?
Oh man, that's tough. Man, it's kind of tough because you don't know what the flow of the offense is going to be. You got a Jaden Ivey on the team now. We're going to see what they do at the 4 spot. So, you know, how many basketballs are going to go around the guys? I don't think Cade is a guy that's just hungry to put up a whole bunch of points. So I'll say something like 22, 6 and 6. I'll give it something like that.
Something like that. I was going in the range of 22, 8 and 5. I think he's going to be more on the board tip. So I'm going to go 22, 8 and 5 with that question.
Okay. I can get with that. You know, like I said, it's going to be we got a unique lineup this year. So I think somewhere in that range. John Martin says 23, 7 and 6. I can get with that. You know what I'm saying? Based off the roster, they have a pick and roll threat now. You know what I'm saying? So you have some more guys who can score the basketball. So assist obviously should be somewhere hovering around that range. So with K himself, I'm probably sure he's definitely improved his game over the summer. So with him getting somewhere around 22, 23, 24 points, I can get with that. And maybe even a all-star all-star snub. Yeah, appearance or a snub, you know, one or the other. So what you think? What's your prediction, man, on K's stat line, Big A?
I'm looking at that all-star range. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can see 20, 8, 5. I think, you know, that's a great stat line for an all-star point guard in this league, right?
Yeah.
So I can see that.
All right. I can get with that. You breaking up, Willie. We can't hear you.
I just said that they're 22, 8 and 5.
Yeah, Billy, boy, listen, Willie is having some tough times right now, man. We gotta pray for Willie.
Hey, King, you think we should get this away at the game too?
Shoot, I might fire on you and take it.
You see who that is, right?
Yeah, I see who that is, man. Gee whizzle fizzle. I don't know, man. Y'all better, if y'all do come to that game, y'all better come see us.
Okay.
You better come see us.
What about this one?
Let me see.
Oh, let me fix this light.
Got some glare. Who is it?
Hold on. It's Kenny Pickett.
Oh, it's Kenny Pickett. Oh, the guy with the small hands everybody was making jokes about, right?
The quarterback wasn't getting off the board.
Kenny Pickett has small hands, and Aiden Hutchinson, his arms are short. Remember all this stupid stuff, man? That's why I be on the tip that I be on, man. I ain't got nothing against smart people, man. But when these nerds get to talking and you ain't even never played sports, just shut up, man. Just be quiet, man.
George Pickens, rookie.
George Pickens, man. Yeah.
Yo, this, that, stuff, man.
Measurements and the combine and all that, man. I don't mean nothing.
Hey, this a guy we was talking about too. Remember, I said I'd take Karlaftis over Thibodeau. People said I was crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Like I said, man, tape is tape. People just don't want to believe that for some reason, man. Tape is tape. You listening to the media, and bro, the media will stir you wrong every time. Every single time.
Every time, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you got every little. I mean, this
most
guy.
We most definitely got to get rid of this.
Man.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have a good time, man. Just pull up on us, man. Make sure you follow on this, man, on all of our sites, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time, man. Like I said, I love what Harbaugh is doing with this situation. And look at this one, man. This a rare one right here, man. You know.
Yeah.
Last defensive player to win the Heisman, man.
Yeah, tripping, bro. Y'all better get on it.
Look at that.
Y'all better get on it, man.
Look at that.
He would, man.
And you know, and I know people say, "Oh man, they ain't got this, they ain't got that." Look, we show improve over here, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the number 2 draft pick.
Yep.
Autograph.
Y'all better get to it.
Giving that away, man.
Mr. Prevey, man. I you know what? I wish you would come in here, brother. Ain't heard from you in a minute, sir. But yeah, I think he gets a little bit more respect this year from the free throw line. Like I said, him at the free throw line, if he would have got the respect he deserved last season during his rookie season, rookie of the year, no question.
Yeah.
No question, man, because that man was getting fouled left and right. You know what I'm saying? They just wasn't giving it to him. So definitely a whole different situation right there when you're looking at the free throws, man.
Yeah, Preview. If you're in the big house, man, we giving that away.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna enjoy that, man. I'm gonna switch it back to the Pistons, man, because I see we got a lot of Pistons. Right now, man. So we can go back with Pistons and take some of you guys' questions. Anything that you want us to discuss real quick for the current moment, put it in the comment section, and we'll do our best to do that with y'all. I truly think it's still going to end up being. I think it's going to be McNamara. Me personally, I do.
What I'm going to say is McNamara is going to start, but once we get in the thick of things of that Big Ten, and we got to take it up another notch, I think JJ. I'm going to tell you, this is all this is going to be figured out before we play Iowa. Even though he's saying third week, it's going to be figured out before we play Iowa. So,
yep, that's where I'm at with it. Like I say, who do we want to start? Obviously, JJ. So, but we need to see JJ first. I need to see him in some full games. You know what I'm saying? Before we can do that. But JJ is just, man, like I said, it's a whole different type of dynamic at quarterback when you got JJ, man. His natural, athleticism and talent, arm talent, is something that you just want to see. You know, it's a whole different dynamic. What other thing you want to see from Jaden Ivey this season? I just want to see him go out there and try to give as much consistency as he can at what he's doing well. You know what I'm saying? I don't put too many expectations on rookies. I just don't. You know, I feel like it's an unfair thing to do. So whatever he's doing well, I want to see him work at that and be consistent with it. I don't expect him to come out and just be an all-world player at rookie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put them expectations on him. But if he does, then that's a plus. But I'm not the guy to put the expectations on rookies like that.
I say for me, the only thing, like, what I want to see from him, because it's no clue he can get to the basket, right? He can get there. You know, he can fly up the court, all that. I just want to see a consistent jumper.
Yeah.
To me, that's next level to his game, right? I just want to see a consistent jumper, whether it's a 15-footer, 3-pointer. Yeah. I just want to see a consistent jumper.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go finish.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was saying that's why I say that, man, because if the 15-footer is what's working for you and the 3-pointer is just not right now in your rookie season, work at that 15-footer.
Yep.
That's what I want to see from my rookie. I don't want you to go out there and try to, pressure yourself and throw up, uncharacteristic shots and just chuck up shots. That's not what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? We got enough guys on this team where we should be able to sustain you taking your time and coming along with 3-point shooting if it doesn't happen right away. You know what I'm saying? So not going to put that type of pressure on them right now.
But, this is my thing, though. What people got to realize, not everybody has to shoot the damn 3-pointer.
No.
No. Grant Hill wasn't a 3-point shooter. Penny wasn't a 3-point shooter. Michael Jordan wasn't a 3-point shooter. I mean, but if you need to hit it every now and again, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to start. You don't have to start there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously you got a DeRozan in this league still too. You know what I'm saying? Who's a killer at the mid range. You know what I'm saying?
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, right. These dudes still they killers at the mid range. So, like I said, if it works for this team, then fine. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to be consistent and go out there and play some sound basketball. That's it. I don't want a guy out there just chucking up, shooting bad shots. I don't want to see that and the reason why I say that is because when you do watch film or whatever, when I was watching film on Jaden Ivey, I've seen that at times. I've seen him force a lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? Force a lot of shots from 3. I don't want him to do that. I don't think he would do that with Dwayne Casey them. Dwayne Casey already made it known that they want him to focus on the defensive end first, which is something I also want to see from him. Consistency on the defensive side of the basketball. Because you playing 2 in this league, you got to defend. You got to. Because there's some killers at 2 in this league. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to hold your own out there on that floor, man. So like I said, I won't put too many expectations on this guy. And then when you look at a guy like Durant, let's just go ahead with Durant. When you look at a guy like Durant, be good at what you're good at. Because what he offers is not really something that he needs to take leaps and bounds to get better at. What he does on the court, be good at that. What we drafted you for. Block shots, be long and athletic, dunk everything like Rasheed taught you to. That's what I want to see from Durant. So
what people got to understand, right? You take a guy like Tim Duncan, who started playing basketball later in the latter years of his career, right? He was a dang on swimmer. But what he did was he did the basics very, 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 very well.
Yeah.
He didn't care how it looked at him shooting off the backboard. Right. He didn't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's where we got to get a lot of these kids to understand. Start with the basics. Get the basics down pat.
I'm glad you said that because we were just talking about this the other day, man. And I know a lot of Pistons fans, Pistons have a fairly younger fan base, you know what I'm saying? And with a lot of, we was talking about it, man, even just being, going to a court and playing basketball today, everyone wants to just shoot threes. And I was talking about how bad, just the forms are out there when you're playing with younger kids. They can't even shoot the ball correctly in the first place. But then you chucking up a bunch of threes. You know what I'm saying? You got wide open mid-range shots. You ain't taking them. You running back to the 3-point line. You ain't shooting layups. You ain't attacking the basket. You running to the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to shoot other shots in basketball besides a 3-pointer. It really is, right. Man. You can shoot a 15-footer. It's not going to hurt anybody.
I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah, but
So you think Durant's play right away, knowing Casey, he's probably give it to Noel and Olynyk time over for him at the start. To me, I think that's how it should be.
So you let him if he's ready to play and his game is speaking, then that's different. But you don't rush him out there. You know what I'm saying?
There's no need to rush him.
He's the youngest guy on the team. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like I said, and with Dwayne Casey, you know how Dwayne Casey is. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to just throw you out there like that when you got an Olynyk and Nerlens Noel. But at the same time, we got to see who's going to be on this roster because we still 1 over right now, I believe. I think we got 16. We got 16 current players right now.
Hey, King, before you continue, man, prayers out to Brian Robinson and his family. I did see this earlier. He was shot multiple times in an attempted robbery. For a lot of us, this is reminiscence of Sean Taylor, man. When I saw this, instantly, I thought of Sean Taylor, man.
Most definitely.
Also,
his life was taken because of some bums.
Also, I want to say be safe out there. Check on your loved ones because we got an active shooter going around in the Metro Detroit area right now.
Oh, they caught him.
They caught him. Good. Oh, thank goodness.
At home. He was at home.
What? Yeah, we live in a different world today, obviously.
And the scary part about that is that it was actually in the area that we were in yesterday over there, living north, right in that same area. And so if you guys are in that, in the area, he has been captured. So and prayers to the families that was impacted by the senseless act from this young man. It's definitely different times that we're in now.
It is, man. It's just, to me, it's like, why go out here and affect all these people and their families, man? It's crazy, man.
It's crazy, senseless. Just like I said, it's just people today, man. It's a whole different type of wickedness going on in this world right now. It really is.
Okay. Now, hold on, guys, real quick, before I get cut out again. I do want to make an announcement. We've heard your cries. We've seen what you guys are talking about. We will be making a nice segment for the Michigan State Spartans, okay? Starting today.
You could do that on your own.
Hold on. Listen, wait. We gotta be fair because we got a lot of Spartan fans.
What do you mean?
Hold on.
Half our subscriptions are Spartan fans.
It's Spartan fans. So what I'm gonna do is let me go ahead and hold on. Come back, Big A. Come back because I'm about to. This is about to be good. This is about to be good because I've been doing my research on Spartan. I've been doing everything. So here we go.
Thank God his internet went out again. See, that's what happens when you get to talk about trash. Trash, internet, and trash.
Am I back?
You back.
No,
partially.
We can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Breaker.
Oh, hold on. So y'all didn't hear nothing I said?
No.
We heard you said, here we go. That's the last thing we heard.
And that's all I had to say.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you.
That was it.
I was losing faith in you.
That was a great segment we had with MSU. A lot of great points.
I was about to lose faith in you, man. We don't talk
about. You had to know what was going on.
I would not share my valuable time with saying anything good about the Outs.
Indeed.
Hey, on your head, man.
We definitely go for sure. Going to soon, very soon the season starts. Of course.
Listen. Them guys harass all day long on the Instagram. Tuck coming, ball playing in Lansing. Blah, 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 blah. Keep that. Listen, my very first game in the big house, Michigan versus Michigan, all of our very first game, we stumped a mud hole in the. Listen, it's just like, as a big brother, right? You beat your little brother up so bad, and you just let him be. Let him be. Then he gonna come back and he gonna get enough energy. He gonna hit you one time good, and then you gotta put him right back in his place. Please keep that same energy this year. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, man, we got to definitely get some state guys on here, and we got to get some debating going on, man. I think everybody in the comments will love to see that, man, because the passion that you share, that for Michigan is even 100-fold from what me and Willie share. You get fired, because, and I would love to see that.
This is my thing. They can't come in here, King, and say, "Well, we gotta only talk about the last 20." No, we're gonna talk about the whole picture. Right. You see my fingers? You can't see it no more, because that's how long we've been kicking their butt. But they like to bring it in and talk about this little part right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, it's already when it comes to betting odds, it's already saying that Michigan is going to beat state ass this year.
Come on, man.
I totally agree with that. You're not going to get lucky like last year. You should have lost last year. I don't know what the hell happened with that. Yeah. That BS. But we gonna whoop that ass this year. And don't excuse my language. I mean it. We gonna whoop y'all ass.
It's gonna be. Listen. This how much the dang old rivalry means to state. They freaking beat Michigan and gave their coach dang near $10 million a year. He ain't do nothing else. Like.
Yeah, y'all focus on. They focused on that. We focus on beating Ohio State ass.
Dude, that's where our rival is. You're not a rivalry when you losing the rivalry by 80 games.
Man,
like, come on, man.
Got a quick update. I don't know if y'all addressed it or not, but I guess in the press conference, looks like Dan Campbell said that Jeff Okudah has earned the starting position.
Hey, when we did the show last week, who did I say was my defensive star?
Yeah,
I said Okudah. I was like, and look, do you know how bad it pains me to say a player from that ratchet toilet bowl in Ohio, like, did good. You know how bad that's, and it's because he's in a Lions uniform. I got a root for him. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta give it to him, man. You gotta give it to him.
Hey, listen, like I said, and with even with that situation, with Okudah, we've seen a lot of people flip. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they start bad talking Okudah and everything else. Oh, Will Harris, this and that, going overboard, jumping off a bridge as usual. But we said ourselves, obviously, with us going to camp and going to some of these preseason games and the practices and everything else, it's like, listen, man, I think this was more built towards motivation for Okudah to, put a little bit more gas on, what I'm saying, push the pedal a little bit more, because
indeed,
obviously he coming from that injury, obviously he has to get himself up to speed to be able to do what he did today, which was be very sticky and keep up with these guys and be able to cut and move. Like I said, it's Achilles, bro. It's Achilles. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to light the fire up under a guy, especially a young guy like Okudah, and it worked out. So he gets that starting spot. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Listen, Michael Blackwell, hey, they look like trash. The offense looked like trash today because you got two trash-ass quarterbacks. Simple and plain. The defense did not look trash today whatsoever. So, I don't know who you mean when you say they look trash, but I mean, come on, like you talking preseason. I mean, come on, dog.
Okay, yeah, and Harold, yeah, it was a battle between him and Will Harris for that other spot.
Yeah, battle between him and Will. which I never thought Will was going to beat him out, to be honest, especially from what we've seen from practice. Yeah. Oh, so you one of them guys. All
same
right,
the same old Lions.
One of them
same
guys.
old Lions. Yeah. Well, only time
it is what it is. I'm not gonna waste my energy. So
time will tell. Time will tell. We'll see if it's the same old Lions. But like Harold said, it is preseason, guys. It's preseason.
Like, come on, like, what the fuck?
Hey, Joe Lewis, we had a whole segment on this, bro. Peel back that Band-Aid, man.
Listen, we
get mad when we get to talking about it.
We addressed it. We damn sure spent some time on it. That was actually what our the majority of our segment about the Lions was about, was the core QB situation. So hopefully Dan Campbell may shake up some things and try to do something within who's out there right now. Because I'm not too fond of either one of the backups we got right now.
All right, man. You know what? Skip all that, bro. Let's
skip.
We never got an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to bring that smoke about a certain situation, because I know it's a lot of familiar people in this comment section acting like they don't know what this situation was about. So I'm gonna switch this to 7 Mile right quick, because we about to get nitty gritty in here.
We're going 7 Mile. Let me check.
Hold on.
No.
Like, listen, hey, dog, we ain't gonna sit here and talk about, a lot of y'all was saying that Aiden Hutchinson is gonna be a bust, and Kayvon Thibodeau was that dude. Ooh. And Lions fans is stupid. And I'm talking to not only people in the comments, I'm talking to content creators too. You know what I'm saying? That was calling the Lions content creators stupid for saying, let's get Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, he plays for Michigan. That's the only reason why. Oh, you guys want him and everything else. Oh, he was a one-hit wonder. His arms are short. I'm here for all them 7 Mile shenanigans right now. All of the shenanigans, baby. Because you don't understand how out of line they come in your comments, on your tweets, talking like they know everything. Oh man, Kayvon Thibodeau is the guy. He better than Aiden. This, that. I told y'all that man was all about marketing. What the hell did Kayvon do when he got injured? Oh, at least I look good. Marketing. That's all he care about, bro. That's it.
I mean, is it too early for folks to admit? You know, maybe we was wrong about that. Is it too early?
No, it's not.
Fuck that.
No, it's not. Listen. Even before the injury, he had no pressures, none. The man started. He had no pressures. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we saw it when he went into camp. He wasn't really doing much. He was getting shut out, but then, you know, no pressures, man.
I think what this one was, Hutch skepticism wasn't a Sparty thing. It was he's a homer thing. And, you know, and I think that's what because I don't think if Hutchinson would have did the same thing at Michigan State as he did as Michigan, the fans would still would have reacted the same way, because drafting somebody that's already in your backyard, people were scared about. Okay, because they feel like, because we've seen them so much, is why he's a hometown guy. He grew up here in the state. His dad, played for Michigan. So I think a lot of guys felt that that's where we were going with that. But talent is talent. And obviously, if you watched him play last season, he was the best defensive player out there.
And another thing I want to also speak to is when y'all talk about Aiden was a one-hit wonder and stuff like that. Let's be honest. Since Aiden was able to start, this was the first year he was able to play outside DN as a primary rusher. When he was playing in that Don Brown system, there was a lot of crossing the tackles' faces, and he was playing in a 3 technique, which he shouldn't have been. And he did get hurt playing in that technique.
First and foremost, man, y'all, here we go. Y'all, it's preseason with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah,
I know for a fact, you know, a lot of y'all that be barking that type of stuff. One of y'all went to NAM practice during training camp. You didn't see them live and in action in them fucking trenches battles against Sewell, against Jonah fucking Jackson. So you can run your mouth all you want to, but that means nothing in here, because we are footballers. We actually show up to things and observe things. Y'all talk about promotion.
Now hold on, King. Like, I don't recall too many Lions picks where they pick hometown guys. So that's kind of
like what?
This the first time.
Where you get that?
Time.
Where you get down from?
Dang on Buckeyes, who's driving me crazy.
And first of all, I don't even know how he's on. I think he's usually blocked from my channel. It's probably because he's on We3Kingz.
Hey, no, man, we don't block anybody on this side. We want all the
troll. This dude been a bitch for years. I blocked him. I blocked him.
Listen, I want all the smoke over here, man. I don't
love it. I'm here for it today. I'm mad because a lot of y'all wrote some checks that your ass can't cash.
Exactly. And this is the thing what you got to remember. And it's not about watching the whole preseason, right? Because you're not going to really, like you say, second, third quarter, all that, right? All your starters are out. But we're not going to act like Aiden did totally make a Pro Bowl tackle in Atlanta and get a tackle for loss. Like, that's going one-on-one head up at the beginning of the game. Like, so let's not act like that, man. Like let's not act like it was a lot of holding calls they let go because it's preseason.
But you know,
in the NFL, I mean in the regular season, Aiden is going to get those calls, man. This is stuff you got to look at, man.
But see, that's the thing, though. When you're a football evaluator, when you watch a game and you actually evaluate, the game, you see what Aiden Hutchinson is doing out there. Whether it's preseason or not, it won't matter. Wait until he play full season games and watch how much of a fucking monster he's going to be out there. Just wait.
Did y'all see that tackle getting yelled at by the Indianapolis coach or where that move Aiden hit him with? Like, come on, man.
They don't get it, bro. They don't get it. You think them coaches is putting their necks out on the line, and not only on Hard Knocks, before Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
They was telling you
we got him
is better than advertised. They wasn't lying. We had an opportunity to see it live and in person. They're not lying. This man is he's going to be a monster, man. Y'all just don't understand it.
And if these guys that's coaching them is saying that he's better than advertised, and these guys got years of experience playing in the league, who are we to question what these coaches who are experts, more experts of the game than we are, to say that he's not going to be as advertised?
I don't even need them to say that because we've seen it.
This is what I want y'all to understand, right? Again, for y'all to keep saying he was just a one-hit wonder last year. Last year was the first time he got to play true defensive end, rushing on the edge all game. When he was playing in the other system with Don Brown, is the reason why Don Brown is still not here. Don Brown had him crossing the tackles' faces, attacking the guards. It was a lot easier to block this guy. As a guy who's played tackle, I love for DNs to cross my face because guess what? I got a guard sitting right there. It's easy to block you. Thank you.
Now, we spend too much time on Aiden. So what's the good reports we got for Kayvon? What has he done?
No pressures.
What has he done?
And he played more snaps than Aiden, and then he got hurt.
Man ain't did shit. Oh, he's so what did Coach Wash say? From our coach, our line coach told Aiden Hutchinson what I believe somebody should have told Kayvon Thibodeau. You need more than just some speed and a fucking punch. You need more than that. And we seen that watching fucking Oregon film. Hey, we seen it ahead of time and tried to tell you y'all ain't want to listen.
Hey, look, people told me I was crazy. Even Big Willie Style said this. When I said I'd take George Karlaftis over Kayvon Thibodeau. Now what do people got to say about that?
I gave y'all some even resources. I say, hey, go come to the fucking sessions, spend $1 on Patreon, come and watch, with me. And when I go to watch Vash Lombardi film sessions, we in there watching Karlaftis like this dude better than fucking Kayvon. You know what I'm saying? Come to the film sessions with us. You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got nothing to do. Come watch some tape with us. Because we ain't just talking out the side of our neck, bro. And that's why I say I had to have this segment, man, because, bro, they be talking greasy. Like, you know, you don't watch nothing. You don't even watch college football, and you just talking. Shut up.
Please watch the college game, fellas, so y'all can keeps King's blood pressure down.
This is what you guys got to understand, because a lot of you guys, y'all don't watch these kids until it's time for draft, and they putting up those highlight tapes that these guys put together for these guys.
Just Productions is your favorite highlight maker.
Listen, us three on here, we're literally watching these games. Like, especially like when you see like, let's be honest, Oregon beat the Buckeyes without Thibodeau in one of their starting linebackers.
They got an absolute dog at linebacker.
And the thing I kept telling y'all, listen, when y'all was saying Thibodeau was better than
Hold on, Big A.
Hold on. Let me finish this. When y'all kept saying Thibodeau was better than Aiden, I say, listen, you can go to the game where these guys played the same guys, went against the same tackles. They both played Washington. Both played what? Aiden had 3.5 sacks that game. Thibodeau had none.
Bro, listen, MK, man. You know, y'all know how long I've been on here. I've been dealing with this shit for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm to here with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing with Lions fans. It's the same thing over and over and over, man. A bunch of talking. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying attention to what's really happening, the moves we making, things like that. And then you complain when shit goes bad. It's same old Lions and everything else. I told y'all 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to this franchise from now on, I'm holding them to a certain standard. I love what Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes has been doing. Brad Holmes obviously ain't perfect. No GM is perfect. You're saying none of them are perfect. You're not going to get a strike every single time. But there was opportunities for us to get better talent in the third round. That's all we were saying. That's all we were saying about that situation. You had fucking, man. You know what I'm saying?
To me, with Brad Holmes, look, you took your shot at what you did in the second. We should have been more secure at what we did in those third, fourth, and fifth rounds, man.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Like some of those guys in the latter draft pick, they've been showing up, obviously. Rodriguez, they made it all the way up to playing with first team, you know what I'm saying? So coming out of the 6th round. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it. But when you're in the 3rd round, you got a linebacker sitting in front of you, you got a quarterback sitting in front of you, you take that opportunity. I don't care. Yeah, I know we like to go and we draft good guys and everything else. You know, I get it, whatever. But when you have a big hole like you have at linebacker, when you have a big hole like you do at quarterback, you have an opportunity to get these guys in here while you're still in this rebuild state and groom them.
And they're playmakers. They're playmakers.
Hey, King and Willie. Hey, that linebacker, everybody was telling us that we was crazy to draft because he had a shoulder injury. We played him week 1.
Week 1.
We're going to see. And we got that big fella we got looking forward to too now.
Big Davis.
Big Davis, you know, we traded up.
That combo is man right now. like dog. What?
We gonna
listen for
that could have been Dean and Aiden. That could have been Dean, Aiden, and Rodriguez. But instead, we got a guy we haven't even seen play yet that had an injury history. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we say what we say. It's not, we ain't bitter. We just telling you we had a better opportunity in front of us. We should have took it. Those things come back to bite us. What's coming back to bite us? Not taking a quarterback. That's coming back to bite us right now. So when we try to tell you something ahead of the storm, don't get mad at us. Just take it in consideration. You don't have to listen to everything we say, but we're not just saying it. We're not just talking out the side of our necks.
Not at all.
When you're a fan of your team, right? You're supposed to evaluate your team. And everybody knew what our 2 biggest problems was coming into this draft.
Linebacker and line. If y'all watched our pre-draft, it was first address the defensive line, then go linebacker or safety, vice versa.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep, that's all. I got it off my chest. I had to release. I just had to release, man, because like I said, during that draft process, you up all night, you watching countless freaking games, trying to see a whole all 22 tape on people. You know what I'm saying? Eyes bloodshot red, and then you get somebody that's just so much smarter than you come in your comments talking to you greasy because you tell him something.
CJ Stroud is overrated. I said it.
Like, dog, I had to get that off, man.
Indeed. Listen, man, this has been another fun episode. Listen, I gotta apologize to you guys. Listen, I had some routing issues, but hopefully, so now we rectified next time. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all for the donations if you did to Willie's Wi-Fi fund. But this has been another great episode, man. So any final takes from the fellas, man?
Man, let's get ready for the season. You know what I'm saying? Let's get ready for the season. We got Pistons preseason coming. Obviously next weekend, next week we finna have some fun. Yes. Man, everything is coming full circle. We about to get back into this sports grind. So y'all can definitely look forward to some good content coming because we finna have a lot of fun this season.
Yes, indeed. I look forward to it. Yeah, definitely this week we're gonna have some fun, man. W3Kingz gonna be all together this week. We about to have a blast, and like you said, you guys, y'all can come along with us, man. Celebrate with us. Listen, we're gonna be down there at the big house Saturday for sure. We look forward to seeing you guys. If you guys are gonna be down there hanging, let us know. Shoot us a little message. We on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Shoot us a message, man. Let us know what's up, man. Let us know that that y'all feeling us, man, because we enjoy our company with you guys for sure.
Absolutely. So with that said, we just gonna go ahead and wrap it up because Big Aiden just left.
I think Lil Aiden got up and ran around. Indeed. We're gonna wrap it up for the night, man. Listen, once again, be safe out here. Enjoy your families. Enjoy your night. W3Kingz out.